Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
R2, man, way to open it up. That sounded great.
Thanks, man.
Right on, right on. I want to welcome everybody in. It is Sunday, Chat and Jam. So we got a little jam. Let's do some chatting. So we got a couple more boys waiting to get in here. Let's get them on in. We got Trev ringing the bell. Let's get him in here. Mr. Trev, welcome.
Yeah.
As usual,
great opening.
Thanks, as usual, we need a.
Booyah, my boy!
Whoa!
Checking the tone check.
Booyah, my boy!
10.5.
96.5.
And I don't feel so bad because the doc, Charles, Dr. Fabrics, out in the shop doing work at 105. So I can't complain.
Oh, man.
What is it, Texas or something?
Arizona.
Arizona?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. Texas country.
That's hot enough to cook an egg on the sidewalk, nearly.
How
hot does it have to be to cook an egg? Anybody know? How hot's it got to be to cook an egg on the sidewalk?
That's crazy.
I think $1.20. Well,
yeah.
Outside temperature versus surface temperature.
Black surface temperature.
$1.50,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was just picturing Trev just turning around and grabbing an egg, going, "All right, here we go.
Let's try it out." You got a concrete floor right here.
But
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Oh,
we got
someone else is here.
Mr. John Shane.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome
R2,
in,
man. R2, that was epic, man. I loved it. Absolutely
Thanks,
loved
bro.
it, brother. Yeah, you killed it, man. That was
Right on.
fantastic.
Right on.
Thanks, bro.
You know what they say.
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
Oh,
Right on.
bro, come looking
what,
for me, man.
What they say is absence makes the heart grow fonder, and he's been MIA for a couple of shows.
Yeah,
and
what's
came
up with
in
that?
hot.
You've been dodging us here for.
Oh
what's
man,
going
no,
on?
it was my brother.
Everybody's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
has R2
7
been
years
kicked off
older
the
than
show?
me.
What's going on?
I totally forgot. I mean, I didn't forget his birthday, but Thursday I didn't realize that his birthday landed. Anyways, yeah, it's festival. Yeah, it was a good time. And if I'd have shown up here, man, debacle.
if I had said that would be really good content. R2 should have brought his, fired up
Absolutely.
his phone and done a little hang with
Wait,
Robert
I think
Gibbs
that-
for his birthday. We could
I
all
think
give him a
that-
happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that we all play a little bit better after we've had our root beer.
Oh man,
right?
yeah, no, I think I would have cracked the neck that night.
Cheers with root beer.
I'm just sipping a little bit of apple juice.
I've come to learn if
Yeah.
hanging out with my brother, I stay away from all my guitars if I want to keep them intact.
Is he rough on your guitars, or he wants to play them and
Oh,
just
it's-
bashes them, or?
It's always a good time with my brother. Nothing negative about my brother. It's just that when we get together, our wives are like, "Can you guys just like stop?
Just chill.
The liquor stores are closed. You're not getting in the car."
Don't get in the car.
We're like, "Give us a ride to where?"
more apple juice.
Yeah.
And then my brother's breaking out the 10-speed. I'm like, "Oh no, man."
What?
2x4s and a piece of plywood. Let's make a ramp.
Get the cinder block.
Oh, we live, man? Oh shit.
Yeah, we are. Speaking of being live, we need to give thanks to our channel members. We have several channel members. Channel membership is available for the channel. If you'd like to help us out, just hit that join button, and that helps us to do giveaways and just other stuff for the channel. So
Yeah.
all that fun
Pay
stuff.
for
So
StreamYard. Stuff like that.
if you want to support us, get your name in green and get the special emojis like I'm typing in the chat here. Let's see, we got
Looks like
that one.
Boner Cam's girlfriend got a little closer.
That one. Let's see.
Yeah.
There we go.
Get a little closer.
Some special emojis in the chat. So right on. Let's get to the chat and see who's here. Let me scroll up
Who
top.
didn't attack?
25 people.
We had first in, it looks like, was R2R3. And here he
no.
is. Right after R2 is
Is that a Green Day
Loser.
reference?
Loser.
right. He was going to go play some Green Day, is what he's saying.
Yeah,
there.
that's it. Yes.
Then we had right after that channel member Patty Dill. Welcome in, Patty.
in the chat.
Always good to
Patty.
see you.
I think I meant to type cookie.
Got to go have a cookie. Then we had John Shane in there, and then Rob Blackmore, official channel member. Welcome in.
Whoa. Back up there. You said hi before I did.
What? Yeah,
You
I
said
was
hello.
in there. I was in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Back,
don't
whoa,
admit that.
back up.
You know, we're all usually.
Like, what
in
are we
here.
missing?
Yeah, I was there. Let's see.
Typically, I'm so immersed in the show prep and stuff that I don't really see those early comments and
Right.
get a chance to get in there and reciprocate. I usually just wait until the show starts.
So Trev,
Whatever you
what
gotta
did
say,
you do
Trev.
today for show prep?
He dunked his head in the pool.
Well, if you had popped in here at 45 minutes before the showtime rather than
I
3
popped
minutes
in an
before
hour
showtime.
before. Okay, Mr. Man.
Yeah, well, we were discussing today's topic at hand.
Yeah.
Which we'll get
Yeah.
to in a bit.
Yeah, we'll get to it in a little bit. We got channel member Rob Blackmore officials hanging out with us. Welcome
What's
in,
up,
Rob.
Rob?
And then we have channel member Brian Mooney is there. Welcome in, Brian. Good to see you.
What's up, man?
Thanks for your support. We got Patrick Trites is here. Welcome in. We got some Greasy Monkey guitars. Welcome in.
Greasy.
It's crazy.
Greasy. Greasy. We got channel member Mr. Mick. What's going on?
What's up, Mr. Mick?
Crew. Hi, what's happening?
Mr. Mick
We
said
got Polly Walnuts here. Welcome in, Polly.
Wally Paulnuts.
Yeah.
How's your nuts, Wally?
We got a Hit Metal Works hanging out. Welcome in.
What's up, man? That's
We've
a good
got
one.
the
I love it.
man, Fruitcake Tony.
Tony!
Make sure everybody checks out the link for Fruitcake Tony's show down
Tony,
underneath John.
what a great show last night, man. It went long, and I was there right to the bitter end, and
Right
it was
on.
fantastic. A great show, Tony.
I had
trivia.
I had to hit the bed shortly after his unboxing. I was wanting to see what he was getting, man. Everybody
No,
was
I think he
guessing.
went another three and a half hours after that. Yeah, it was good. It was awesome.
Right on. I have to catch some of that replay then.
Mariachi band.
Mr.
But,
Mick said I won the trivia, so
Everybody check out Fruitcake Tony's show if you haven't, because he is aiming
So close.
on 1,000 subs.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
there, man. Come on.
He needs like 22 subs.
Come on, people.
Let's see if we can get it to him right now.
Let's put a link in the
Yep.
chat. And make
Anybody-
It even,
Everybody
It's not-
stop
yeah.
right now. Go over
Yeah.
to Tony's channel and subscribe.
Right now,
Please.
go to Tony's
Let's
channel.
get him to 1,000 here today
Hit a
before the
sub.
show
easy
ends.
on y'all here.
and then come on back.
Yeah.
Better yet,
Yep.
just open up another window and go sub
Exactly.
to Tony's channel. So if you haven't subbed to Fruitcake Tony,
Open a new
see the
window.
link
Incoming.
down underneath John in the description.
Yep.
Open up another browser and go
Yep.
give him a sub.
Subscribe to him.
Hey, Trev,
Ema-
throw it
email
in the chat, bud, if you can.
Yeah.
Did that about 30 seconds ago, John.
But if you
on.
subscribe to him, email him. He'll send you a pic.
Yeah.
For being a new subscriber.
Send you a starter pack.
Yeah.
Yes.
He will.
Let's force Tony to send out 22, 23 starter packs here in the next
100%. Yep.
day. So get on over there.
He'll
Sub
do
to
it.
Tony.
Get
Yeah,
him off
absolutely.
his new Mustang base.
You know, he never sent me a starter pack, but that's okay. I won some trivia
Oh,
stuff.
you got some
We
good
made our own
prizes,
starter
man.
packs.
I have never had a starter pack from Tony.
Well, there you
I
go.
keep answering all the questions with the same answer.
Same
though,
answer
so.
doesing seem to help.
I got
It will
Andy
eventually
Carson
come up.
picks.
Maybe one day he'll make that question where that.
Well,
I'll be
he's-
right once.
He did that for Quentin.
Yeah.
He had a question: whose
Jessica
birthday
Alba.
is January 5th, something or another? It was Jessica Alba. I answered Pat Sajak because it actually was Pat Sajak's. I'm like, what?
Vanna
the
White.
hell?
I'll
Sure, let you down on that one, didn't she?
I'll keep answering the same
birthday
question
is?
until I get it right.
There you go. There you go. Who else we got in here? There's Trev. He's hanging out. We got Joe hanging out. Welcome
What's up,
in, Joe.
Joe?
Channel member Stephen Franklin is here
Now,
saying,
is that
yo, yo, yo.
Joe Harvey? Did Joe Harvey change
Yes,
his name to just
yes.
Joe?
I'm thinking he changed his name.
Yeah.
Yep. Joe Hervey 84.
We'll
is
know in a
now
few minutes,
Joe.
depending on the air currents and how things smell in the corner where Joe's sitting.
Yeah.
He's smoking or farting.
Yeah,
one
he's
of
over
the two.
there.
Oh,
Joe, man. Yikes. Who else we got? We got a cool breeze. That wasn't a cool
yeah, there it
breeze.
is. That was not cool.
Not at all. Charles 75N, Dr. Fabric is here. Welcome
Yo.
in, Charles.
Good show this morning, bud.
Absolutely. We say hey to channel member Mr. Mick.
Yes, Mr. Mick.
We did.
Cheers,
we
bro.
Did. Dan Gorman is hanging out, saying hello, fellow chat mates. Welcome in, Dan.
What's up,
Always
Dan?
good to see you. Let's
Rock
see who
on,
else. Who else we got? We got
Dan
Jimmy
Gorman.
Biter here. Welcome
Yo, Jimmy.
in. Let's see who else we got. We have channel member Herb of Fireside Studio.
Yo. What's going on,
Hey,
man?
Herb.
Let's see. We've got channel member Bocephus mode. Just that much less than 5150. Welcome in, man. Here's Mr. Graphite Cigars.
There
saying
he
hey to
is.
There he
everybody.
is.
Welcome
Hey,
in.
brother.
Always good to see you. Let's see. Who else? Stephen Franklin. We said hey to you already.
So, my brother.
Hello, Stephen Franklin.
Let's see. Zach Thong is hanging out. Welcome in, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
Channel member Andy Carson is here, waiting for the next emergency to run on out.
Let's hope
Let's
we can stay the
see.
whole
That's
show.
right, man.
Hopefully you can stay.
Andy Carson.
We got Cushman NYC in the house. Welcome in. Good to see you. Channel
up,
member
Cushman?
Scott Brockway. Welcome
There he
in,
is.
brother.
There he is.
Brother Scott, how are you?
Scotty.
We got
How's that? Hang on.
Papa Blues hanging out?
How's the interface working out, Scotty? Type in the chat.
We'll have to wait till he answers, or can I?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with that carry.
Let's see.
kind of interface? Apollo?
John sent him an interface to start hooking up his guitar to his computer, I believe.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Yeah, it was the RK Multimedia guitar one, whatever it was.
Is
yeah.
it the
Right on.
X? The X?
Yeah, I XIO or something like that.
That's the one I have, man. That's the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
I'm using right now.
Is that the ones that make the iRig thing? Is that
Yeah.
same
Yes.
people? Yeah.
Same.
Do
yeah.
they? Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
Oh, that's
we-
a good one, man. It's cool because you plug right in the first input and guitar input, and you can. It's meant for guitar.
I always
Okay.
plug into the third input
the
myself.
third, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 4, so I use all 4 of them. So. I don't know if that
Oh,
counts.
now I use 4.
Well, there you go. But for the XIO,
Yeah.
the first input is dedicated for guitar, active, passive pickup. Good times.
Right on. So, gentlemen,
Yes, sir.
I had gone into some deep thought yesterday,
Oh,
Deep thoughts, man.
and I thought that I would share it with everyone today and just kind of get some opinions and thoughts and some pontifications.
Deep thoughts with John here.
Deep thoughts. So last night on Fruitcake Tony's show, his last question was based on the new Mammoth CD album, so on, so forth, etc.
John, Ryan, and I typed in we haven't heard it yet.
And I had mentioned that I have not listened to it yet.
I
And
haven't even listened to the first album yet.
Okay, so that got me thinking, and I'm like, you know what? How much new music do I actually listen to?
Consume.
One, not a lot.
Right.
And two, how often do I actually listen to music these days? When I was younger, I would have the Walkman on. I had,
Right, right.
And kids now, they've got the earbuds with their phone and they're listening to music. But usually if I hop in the car, I'll turn up the radio. Sometimes when I'm at work, I'll put on something in the background to listen to. But I began to realize that for the most part, I don't really listen to music that much anymore unless it's, something that I'm down here playing. So is it
Do you-
just a matter of,
When are you driving a car? Do you?
yeah, like I said, when I jump in the car,
the
but it's
classics
like,
though, right?
it's like a classic rock or
So there's
or
not a
something
lot of
like
new
that.
material coming
So
out.
not a
being
lot,
released.
lot of new material that I'm hearing.
Right, because I listen to Sirius XM Hair Nation, so I'm going
Okay.
back to the
Yeah,
you know,
all in what you're used to
Okay.
listening to from when you were younger, right?
right.
So is that just a thing that just happens as you get a little older? You're kind of set in the stuff that you consume, or
Very,
is it,
very interesting question, Ryan, because for me, like, I'll force myself. Like I said, I haven't listened to the first Mammoth record. I listened to 3 songs, and it's okay. Great. Tool did that 10 years ago. Great. It wasn't for me, right? So the new one, though, I will force myself to listen to it just to stay current. So if something comes out, but I mean, most of our old influences from back in the day are irrelevant now. So what I do listen to is if you're dealing with Sirius XM, it'd be something like Alt Nation, right?
yeah,
And that stuff, and that's where I really get my jam from is kids these days. Kids, I guess these days.
These kids.
Yeah, doing stuff with what I assume is rock music, but as far as consuming old stuff by old artists, not so much. No.
interesting. So what about you, R2? Are you in a position where while you're working, can you listen, or do you find that it's mostly just in the car?
It's in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's funny. We were talking about this the other day with a coworker of mine. He was sitting with his phone doing some paperwork, and he was like quietly listening to it. And I'm like, "Hey, man, is that music?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm just listening to some tunes back here." I'm like, "Dude, just turn it up, man." And he's like, "Well, I just don't want to, offend anybody with the music I'm listening to."
Right.
And I'm sitting there going, offend. You know what I mean? Think about it. You're going to offend somebody.
That used to be
With
one
the
of the
music that
primary
you're listening
goals of some types of music.
Yeah, yeah. Some of it was written specifically to offend someone or
And
get a reaction. You know.
So one of my coworkers looked at my license plate in my car and saw that I had from the Van Halen store, the Van Halen stripes around the license plate.
like these.
Dude, yeah. She was like, "Do you like Van Halen?" I'm like, "Yeah." Why are we whispering?
Don't want to offend anyone. Yes, it's crazy.
She was like, "We gotta crank it up," and I'm like, that's the thing. At my old job, we all like to listen to a certain type of music. So there was, it was here in Chicago. We have like an alternative station, so it's basically played the same kind of tunes, and we all agreed that we all like this. Mm-hmm. And you get some individuals that are just like, "I'll turn this off. What are you guys listening to?" And then that's what I know what he was saying. You're offending people because
Right.
you're listening to certain
Right.
tunes that are just like, "Oh, this distortion, ah." And so, yeah. So when the music I want to listen to sometimes is,
offensive.
it sounds offensive, yeah. Especially if sometimes you want, in the mood.
What's up, Zims? Welcome
What's up,
in,
Zim?
man.
Dane. You want to listen to like some Steel Panther, man?
He says Dawkins has a new
Yeah,
song.
now you're-
I never, ever, once ever decided I was going to listen to Steel Panther.
Oh, come on. Dude, dude, those guys are great.
They're great, but it's
forget the
shit.
lyrics.
It's garbage.
It's not part
There
of
it is.
the rotation, but if I had a chance to go see them live, I mean, that's where they really excel. There's a lot. I mean,
Yes.
it's almost as much a comedy as it is.
It
music.
is.
Yeah,
great
yeah.
players, everything's great. I'm just not buying the shtick.
Oh, come
For me.
on. 17 girls in a row. Come on.
Well, you know,
No,
John's a bit of a curmudgeon, so
I am a bit. I'm sorry.
So we got some
too
comments
fussy.
rolling in. Bryce Regal says, "I'm 23 and I almost never listened to anything newer than mid 90s. Majority is 70s and 80s. There
Interesting
you go.
perspective.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Yep. Hit Metalwork says his tunes are always going at work. It's mandatory. Home, not so much.
Yeah.
Joe says that nothing now is worth a damn, to be honest. Six Fingered Assault channel
What's
members in here.
Miles,
Welcome in, Miles. Says, I hardly listen to any new music. But also, do you just listen to the same stuff regularly? Or
If
how
and
often?
when do you listen to music?
If and when
How
do
much-
you? Yeah. Right. That was kind of my thing, because I was like, I haven't listened to this new album. And I got to thinking, I was like, I really don't listen to that much music anymore, which may be a bad thing. Maybe I need to start forcing myself to put
Well, you
on.
need to force yourself to take it in. And if you don't like it, then that's fine.
Right.
But if you actually turn yourself off completely and say no, then there's an issue, I think, as a musician.
I think the last music that I purchased was was actually the last Van Halen CD. I listened to the new Alice in Chains stuff when that came out. And I'm looking back at when that came out and I'm like, holy crap, was that
Yeah.
that long ago?
Do you guys know, honestly, in the car, because I have YouTube Premium so I can download stuff, you know what it is? It's either recipes to smoke some kind of meat or some sort of hybrid French cooking. That's what
That's what you
I-
listen to? Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually, how do I make an au pois sauce or this and that.
I got
It's
you.
crazy. Stupid.
Chef
Patrick
Pierre
says, I
Wellington.
listen to new music on the radio when driving, but at home, music is what I play on guitar. There you go.
Well, that's another good point, right? I mean,
So,
if you're sitting
but
there
why,
learning-
why is that though? I mean, why is that? It used to be, like I said, when I was a kid, man, I had the headphones on. I was out mowing the grass. I was listening to music. I was, going to sleep. I was listening to music.
Is it a certain level of being content with what you've already got in your
Could be.
circulation, your library,
think
your
so.
playlists?
I don't think so. The biggest source, or one of the biggest sources of inspiration I get is from Mick and Dan on that pedal show.
Pedal show? Yeah.
They'll play stuff like, just for example, right?
Play it, brother. Play it.
they'll play stuff like this, and I'll just rip it off, right? And then I'll play it on here, and everybody thinks I'm great, and all the rest of it is like, but it's not. It's not. Why don't I have it? Oh, there we go. Hang on. Here. Stuff like that, right? Like jazzy riffs and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And it plays great underneath what we're talking about. But I mean, that's where I get all of it. And you know, Michael Nielsen is another one, right? The one I was doing last week. That's him.
Yeah,
it's totally him, right? I'm admit 100%. I'm ripping it off.
You're right.
So that's where
you're
my,
inspired by it. You're inspired.
Well,
by
that's the whole thing, right? Is the Pete Thorne, of course. I've ripped off so much from him. Right. It's ridiculous, right?
Pete Thorne is the one that inspired that little riff that I do. You know, I made it my own, but I was like, man, that's a cool chord right there, you know.
So that's 90. Honestly, that's 90% of where I get my stuff from. Listen to Stevie Fryette and listen to Pete Thorne, Michael Nielsen, all the big boys, right?
Yep.
I'll listen to that and I'll hear. And the Pedal Show, man, is a great source for it. And I'll hear something and I'll adopt it, rip it off, and make it my own.
So is it a fact of just our age has changed the way we consume, or the way that we consume music has changed?
Some of it's personality, and I mean, I'm going to argue it's a bit of a soup with environmental circumstances versus you know, your personality and what's going on in your life.
And it could be. Go ahead.
40% of my day for work is commuting in the van, and I've got the classic rock station going and stuff, so I'm not getting any new influences there. There was a time where I had a couple years free subscription to the Sirius XM, and that's where I found a whole lot of new music. Sure, listening to Jose Mangan doing his thing, and then check out these guys, check out these guys. But with that missing, that element's no longer contributing to my regular rotation. Now, with that said, I mean, on my YouTube, I follow Nuclear Blast Records. I follow these different channels that will start just promoting shit you never heard of, right? Metal, right? Got to do it.
Yep.
But very rarely does something hit and stick.
Right. Well, it could be
last
like.
album I bought was Gizmachi.
There you go. Jay. There you
go. John knows. I mean, probably it was a year ago. John was in my van. We were going on a beer run for a whiskey weekend last summer, and I was like, "You want to hear Jay's band?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, put it on." We listened to that.
And I was totally blown away, man. It was super great. It was really good. Yeah. So it's like, wow, I got to get off my lazy butt and seek out this stuff.
Why don't you rip that, Trev, and send it to me so I can listen to it?
I can put it on our cloud.
Oh man.
Hey.
Screw you, Jay. We're not paying for any more crap than we have to.
I look at it this way. You know, if I listened to it and bought it, I would probably just send it back. So, you know.
I got the autographed one.
No, it's really good, man. It really is.
Yep, I'll have to check some of this.
Even if you don't like.
And I think that's the thing too, is having the time, you know, to just sit and listen to an album of music now.
Gojira,
but it could
CD
be
purchases, Megadeth recent CD purchases. One of my favorites of the last, was it a decade? It's probably older than a decade. Was the Slayer Repentless. What a bundle! You got this big sleeve, and there's like 4 compartments, and 3 CDs, and the thing flipped over into a cross. Depending on how you were holding it, right side up or not. And they had all this content. And one of those things you can just sit back and read credits and lyrics and notes and all this shit going.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, you know what's funny, though? Sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
I was just going to get to the chat here. It's like Bent Tom says, you know, a lot of it can be, you know, just our exposure from people that we're around. You know, it says my older sister's boyfriend all through high school was African American, exposed me to a lot of R&B, hip hop, and old school soul music that I otherwise not been exposed to.
With other people in the kitchen, we always had a ghetto blaster going in the kitchen when we were working in the restaurant. And basically, to make it fair, everybody could, you know, bring in your tape. Everybody gets a shot at putting their tape in the thing for the 60 minutes that the tape will last or whatever. Yeah, we didn't have CDs yet. We couldn't burn CDs back
Right.
then.
Yep.
We made cassette tapes.
I have
And all kinds of variables going on there. There was not a lot of country, just saying. Generally speaking, not a lot of country.
I'm going to look over here, and this is music that I have on my computer that I feel like, and I don't listen to all of it, but this is just stuff that I have that if I want to listen to something, I'm like, oh yeah, I've got it right here. I have a folder with Alice in Chains. I have a folder with Audio Slave.
Yep.
I have Dave Brubeck. Surprise, surprise. Got some Def Leppard, Dire Straits.
Yep.
Eric Clapton. Everlast. Foo Fighters. Green Day.
Foo Fighter.
Greta Van Fleet. I forgot about that I had them in here. That's probably some new music that I've listened to that I've enjoyed.
More recent.
Yeah. Got some Guns N' Roses. In Excess.
I won't listen to them until they acknowledge Led Zeppelin.
Right.
I think they have, man.
He
James
said
Taylor.
Aerosmith was his influence. Come on.
I really do have to water a rock. I'm not lying, boys.
All right.
All right.
Let me finish this real quick. James Taylor, Linkin Park, Mad Season, Metallica, Motley Crue, Pink Floyd, Puddle of Mud, interesting enough, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Sting, Ted Nugent, Temple of the Dog, The Police.
Nice.
So,
Wow. That seems pretty.
and I've got a whole separate folder for all the Van Halen stuff, of course. So, I mean, that's kind of like my go-to stuff that I listen to, and I don't really deviate
Through my music
much.
folder, I've got over 100 gigs of this crap. So it's alphabetical and
None
or
of-
numerical.
none
It's
of
the way
it's
the
gonna take
computer
all
will sort
night.
Something out.
Yeah,
So it starts off with the very best of Cat Stevens,
there you go.
and then the 3-in-1 Tool DVD, and then 100 greatest guitar riffs, random folder play from Rolling Stone magazine or something, right?
Hey,
The
it's Quentin
AC/DC
James.
discography,
Welcome in, Quentin.
the Black Sabbath discography, Boston discography, Collective Soul discography, Dio discography.
Dio.
I mean, back in the day, there was a place where you could go and you could just, if you were looking for a song, you could just download the whole guy's library because you could.
Let me say hey
Fist.
to Jimmy Ray Hawkins real quick, channel member.
Right on.
Welcome in.
What's up, Jimmy Ray?
Foreigner was discography.
Oh, yeah.
Genesis.
Okay.
Abacab. Remember Abacab? Great song. Gojira.
Oh,
Gun
yeah.
N' Roses. Headpins. Hell Yeah.
Vinny.
See, you got all this music that some of it I haven't heard of. So,
Iron Maiden discography.
Takes a shots of
Jethro Tull
Mott's with that.
discography. Judas Priest discography. Katy Perry. Yeah, that's one of my guilty.
Katy Perry.
We should do that with your guilty pleasures. Me, it's Lady Gaga and Katy Perry. Those are my guilty pleasures.
Wait, hang on. Trev, hang on. Sorry.
I know where I'm going. Take it like a man. Metallica, Megadeth, Ministry, Motley Crue, Nazareth, Pantera, Pink Floyd, Queensryche, Rob Zombie, and White Zombie, Rush, Scorpions, Slayer, Soundgarden, Steel Panther. John, I could
There
send you
you
that
go.
if you want me to zip that
There
up
you
for
go.
you. Ted Nugent discography. That one's good, too. He did a lot of really heavy stuff there in the mid-late 90s. Testament, the Cranberries. Oh, love me some little Dolores.
Testament, not
Clannad
Cranberries.
Cranberries. Eagles, they're pretty reckless. And we're getting close to the end here. We got some ZZ Top. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said it.
Yeah. Where's your Van Halen folder?
Wasp. You know what? There isn't one.
Oh, what?
There isn't one.
Where is it?
See you, Trev.
That's two of them.
All right. Fruitcake
Are we-
Tony says Mammoth Wolfgang Van Halen is the future. The only new bands recently I've gotten into is Mammoth, Dirty Honey, and Dirty Licks. Plus, Mammoth Wolfgang Van Halen is as close to Van Halen as we're ever going to get. Right on, man.
Thing I've found.
Should we let Trev back in?
Yeah, we should.
I do have hard copies of Fair Warning and 5150.
Okay,
But they're
he's,
still on
All
CD.
right,
They
he's
haven't
in.
been burned.
All right,
They
we'll
haven't
get it
been
back in.
he's
Needed to
redeemed
put into
himself.
that library.
He's redeemed himself.
Because those are the only 2 albums I really need in the desert island kind of way, where you can't just go out and find what you want to consume. I mean, if you want to go to Van Halen 2 or Van Halen 1 again, it's just quite in today's world, right? Let me find.
Here we go. Andy Carson says, I've been listening to the Starfleet stuff the last few days. Some of the outtakes are phenomenal. So this brings up another thing, though, is I'm just realizing now that, you know, I knew this stuff was coming out, and I knew it would be available. And I was just kind of like, I don't care. You know, I'll listen to it if it comes past me, but
is that the cheeseburger that was made
I'm the
3
same,
days
Ryan.
ago, but they just
I'm
put it in the
absolute-
pass bar now?
do I just not have the desire for new music? Am I so set in
That's
what I
not
do?
new music, though. It's old music, right?
Well, I mean, it's new to me. You know, I haven't heard
Previously unheard
all this
or
stuff,
unreleased.
the previously unheard stuff.
I couldn't
mean-
give a shit,
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
right.
And the funny thing is you know, I played. I mean, since 9 years old, all I ever thought about was this thing, not this particular one, but and all the way up to about 35. That's all I did all the time. That's everything in my life. Work just provided a way to do this. And it was all rock all the time, and Alice in Chains, and Van Halen, and all that stuff. And then I had kids, and I had a huge career that, you know, took me away from it. I quit because I couldn't.
Crossroads, right?
Yeah, I couldn't put into this what it deserved, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And you know, for 3 years, maybe 3 years ago, I got back into it, and obviously I went completely nuts with it.
Then you met us.
But all that old stuff is what it is. It's old, and you know what? I love it, and I still get all bent out of shape about, you know, Al's drum sound on certain recordings and all the rest of it. But in my folder, my music folder right now, it's like Pat Metheny, Al Di Meola, Peter Gabriel, Adele, all sorts of different things, right? And I'm really struggling, actually, as a guitar player, to incorporate those feelings and what I get out of it into my playing, right? And I mean, I used to be able to play super fast and all the rest of it. I got arthritis like a bastard in this hand, so I can't play fast anymore. I can't. It's not. So how do I get
Still
more
tread
expressive?
water pretty well, my friend. Don't undersell yourself.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's all
You got to throw in a
about.
back in the day, not at the end of the day, but back in the day, followed by the
No, it's all about. I mean, it's the Van Halen reference. It's like what makes your fur rise, right? And you know, I'll listen to something like Sia.
Spent several hours together watching you.
You know,
try to
Sia
get your head
singing.
around certain
Well,
riffs,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Sia will make me almost want to cry just with her voice.
Yeah. Her voice is pretty angelic. Yeah.
So,
But
it's
it still doesn't inspire me to go and buy her album.
no. Well,
But if
I
you could
will.
just
I
download
will
and click it
at
to hear
that
that one
point,
song,
or
why
Adele, or any Pat Metheny thing. But saying that, when you play Summer Nights, it right away the fur goes up, and I mean I've heard it
Yeah.
1,000 times from you, Ryan,
Never gets
Right.
it.
and it never gets old. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah.
But I do know that I love this, and I ain't giving it up, and all that stuff.
And I'm sure I'm not the only person who noticed, you know, on the last show where you were taking your baby back home for a rip around the yard. I mean, we were all sitting there waiting for that text message to come downstairs. And there it is. There's that smile right there. That's the smile.
Yeah.
You were grinning like a pig in his happy place. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Just a quick shout to Deputy Van Halen. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Hey, there's Ed as well. He says, I started with cassette boombox and switched to a Sony Walkman when I was younger.
I had the boombox, and then my buddy's boombox crapped to bed, so it had the removable speakers, and I took those and hot glued them and paralleled them into my existing. I had the 10 D-cell batteries.
What's up, 40 Grit? Welcome in.
Hey, brother.
Let's see what else is going on.
We have 47. Thanks for
Tom,
coming,
I tried-
everybody. Don't forget to hit the like on your way.
47 million. Try to listen to new music all the time. I've been listening to
Tame Impala.
whatever
Shouldn't
that
be a
is,
commenter.
Impala and Pamplemousse.
You know, the only one I don't get tired of is Gilmore, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest with you guys.
And
Every
as far
single
as,
time.
See, that's
resurgent of a craving to want to
You
listen
guys-
to stuff goes when Ryan got that Gilmore pickguard
Yeah,
and put
see-
it in his guitar and started playing that stuff. Man,
Ryan-
I've probably spent a dozen hours in YouTube going through all that, good
See,
Pink Floyd, right around that era.
Ryan
too,
and
like
John have
Vision
been bringing
Bell.
back the David Gilmour back in me. I got burnt out.
Right.
I played so much Pink Floyd when I was younger and until my 20s and 30s that I finally just had to I had to put it away. I had to just put it in the vault and just go, I need to stop listening to this. And then I met these two guys, and then I start hearing those reverbs and solos and those tones, and I'm like, it's coming back. It's back.
There's
Two notes,
an
like
example of the environment influencing your musical direction, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, right there. I mean, that's it. You know who it is, right?
What's up, William? Welcome in.
No, it's
Exactly.
Right, when
It's
we
these
talked
notes
about
right
it,
here, John. These notes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
That's consumer grade stuff, right?
Let's see. Man, I'm way back in the chat. It says, whoa.
Yes.
You can't play Katy Perry. Continue like it's nothing.
Fight any one of you. Who wants to go?
Hey, look who we got here. We got a Boner Jams.
There he is.
Welcome in, sir.
Blessings and salutations from the Latter-day Saints there, my brother.
Good to see you, Boner. Welcome
May the
in.
tone be with you.
And if you haven't set your chat to live chat, make sure you've got it set so you can see Boner. Sometimes he disappears in the chat.
I'm almost
It's
as good
the
at that
YouTube
as
algorithm.
John is at turning off his vocal mic when he's playing. It's
Like
about a
Jack Guitars
75%
here.
maybe.
Welcome in.
What's up, man?
Boner says the Cranberries are amazing.
Yeah, little Dolores with her big old. The
Yep.
first time I
Yep.
saw the
Yep.
Cranberries was on SNL
Yep.
when she did the performances there. And that tiny little, she had the short, buzzardy blonde hair at the time, but standing there holding that big ass fucking Gibson guitar and singing her soul out. It was amazing.
Yep. You'll never get an argument.
Herb has a question
John.
for John. Are those the pickups you mentioned this morning on Charles's show?
Yes, 100%.
Going
So
nuts.
there's three variants. There's the newest one, which is the Thornbucker 2, which is an Alnico 2 pickup. And I'm not 100% sold on them. This one here is the Thornbucker Plus. And it's fantastic. And this is the regular
That would be
Thornbucker.
the second
up here.
iteration, I'm guessing.
No, this is the first. This is the first right here up here is
the neck pickup.
The Thornbucker, yeah. And then he decided that he needed
Plus
a little more
energy.
juice, which he does. And fantastic. I mean, mahogany body, mahogany neck, maple top. So your mileage may vary depending on what you have for woods.
So Quentin has a good point here. R2 needs to show how that harmonic tapping is just tapping the notes 12 frets above the note he is fretting. Tap over the actual fret. So we may need to add this instructional to our video here today so that we can
Well,
we can
always
show that
trying
this
to
is
learn.
a
There we go.
tutorial and a learning type
and
situation.
I think Eddie has this. Well, Eddie was the one that I discovered all this. Where he said the 12th fret is the open string, and then if you're doing the first fret, it would be. Oops, turn on my guitar. And then the second fret. So you're basically going down the fretboard, according to what's above the 12th fret.
12 frets down.
12 frets down. So if the first fret, so you have to pretend like now this is open string, and this is first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're
We
correlating
just
down
learned
here.
intervals, kids, right? Can you name off the intervals while you're playing up through the octave? Which one's the harmonic minor?
if Eddie's playing the 7th, 7th fret there, you're tapping here. So whatever chords you're playing, sorry if I'm giving you the finger here. I'm doing the Ryan right now. So if you're playing, what is that, the E? You're tapping it. And whatever chords you're playing, you got to play those figures.
Yeah, gotta tap it out in that pattern.
And if you're moving down, you basically got to visualize.
You tap the same pattern that your other hand is forming.
If that makes any sense. It'll make sense once you start playing the guitar.
Yeah,
And you start realizing, if you start visualizing below the 12th fret, it's the same as the above the 12th fret. Just look at first, second, third, and you know that's first, second, third. Use the dots. The dots help,
The math.
visualize.
But you got to think
everything.
phase 12 math, kids.
Yep.
That's why
Charles
going off the
75N says, as I get older, I find comfort in the sounds of my youth. The soundtrack of my life. Exactly. New music just does not speak to me the same way, no matter how good it may be. I feel that.
Even if it's
I
one
feel
of the
that for
older
sure.
artists doing a newer, recently released thing. I mean, I guess, which band has been around forever and is still touring? There's a couple come to mind.
There's a few, yeah. AC/DC,
AC/DC, Metallica.
The Metallica's probably carrying the flag up the mountain.
Rolling Stones, aren't they still?
I wasn't going to say it.
You,
Let
I've
him
already
say.
been shot 3 times
Let
tonight.
him say.
Oh, man.
It's because you said you didn't have a Van Halen folder, dude. Oh my gosh.
Ben Tom says, I have listened to Dark Side of the Moon every night while falling asleep for the last 10 years. Wow.
Awesome lullaby.
that's not a bad thing to do, man. That's
Now,
That used to
when
be
you're talking
one that
about
I
a
would
piece
put
like
on.
that, if you had the album, you had
Yeah.
to go through the sides,
Yeah.
flip it. So there was the pause, and things were put together with that in mind. You had the cassette; it was the same interval. But if you had a good cassette recorder, it was auto reverse, and it would just keep going.
If I was Tommy, man, I'd
with,
go
with a
crazy.
bit of a pause. The problem with today's music, if you download that album and you go through it, is the seams in the music for some of those songs that need to bleed into each other. You got to get the unseamed version of that from.
I just want to know what Tommy does when those the alarm goes off. Not the alarm, but the clock.
He's usually out by then. Have you
I
had
agree, Tommy. Can I put something up here?
Yeah. What you got?
Yep, I agree. I'm not into much heavier than that.
With all that beautiful harmonic
Like,
tapping,
well,
I kind of feel like I need to cleanse the
well,
palate.
no,
with some Pantera or
tell them, Ryan, what you said
Saturn.
about me earlier.
But
What about my
Need some
guitar
dissonance.
setting? And
Yeah. Tell Bent about that, Tommy. Tell him.
I was
Tell him. Tell
about
him.
the volume on my guitar. You mean?
Yeah.
let's do it.
Is that what
Let's
you're
do
talking
the
about?
A/B test and put up a poll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had said that when I set my guitar volume to 2, it sounds like John's gain tone. And let's see if it actually does. Let me turn this down.
And that's on 2?
That's on 2.
So this is me full up. Pretty close.
Pretty close
Pretty
in
close.
tonal similarity, but you were definitely louder, John.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
more.
of course,
load
you have
on
to
the
be
power
louder,
section
but-
going on, and then with the
Yeah.
Friedman, that adds a lot of definition and clarity in the notes too. Like this saying, it does smell like a Friedman.
Yeah, I love that
Smells like a
EO34
Dave.
bite.
Yeah.
And the thing with I don't know. Tommy can probably answer this better than me. But there's something about EO34s, or maybe it's just the Marshall circuit, that more gain is not good. It really isn't. You got to get to the point where you can deal with it and then dial it back a couple. And then it starts sounding huge. And it's hard as fuck to play. But to me, it sounds great, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it just totally shows all your mistakes and all that stuff.
Yeah, you definitely have more clarity and, like Graphite and Scar says, more articulation. Yeah.
More shittiness in your playing.
Right. But see, that's when, if I need the articulation, I mean, that's what the volume knob is for, right? You know?
Like, to me, that's like mine on full, right? To me, I would play that like...
Right? That's full volume?
No, that's what I would play that at.
I got you.
Right?
Oh, I'm in drop D still. How do those harmonics pop off when you hit those?
Oh, not great. Yeah. But I got pedals for that shit.
There you go.
Yeah, so I just add.
I mean, that's not a bad tone, right? I mean,
No, it's great, absolutely great. No. Don't even think for a second that it's one's better and one's not. It's just different, right? But I mean, if I had a clone, right?
See,
it's still more big.
I
and
think
open.
what winds up happening, and you guys can take offense if you want. I'm almost at that age.
Shut up.
When you get older, you got to turn the
opinion.
gain down.
No, you're my boy. I think maybe
What's up,
I'm older than Ryan by about 35 years.
For me, it was more watching and learning from Friedman, his show.
What's that?
And with the turn down the gain, turn up the fucking master. Don't try and replace volume with gain. I mean,
You know what? It doesn't fucking no. It does not matter at all because you know what? He designed an amp for the guy from Mastodon, and he told
The Butter Snacks.
Dave, no, there's not enough gain, and Dave's like, no, I don't want. He said, no, you're gonna do it. If I'm gonna put my name on this, you're gonna do it. And he put the diode clipping and all the rest of it. And listen to Mastodon; they're fantastic, and his amp sounds great. And he doesn't even run 12-inch speakers. He runs 15-inch speakers.
Wow.
It really does not matter. It's whatever you like, man. Honestly.
Whatever gets your smile. Yeah, but for me, I think I've gotten more smiles out of turning the gain to noon and turning the master up to 7. Versus but at lower volumes, now you got to compensate a little. You got to sprinkle a little more. I need a pedal or a little more gain, a little more pepper on this. Sound because
So,
it's turned
like,
down. I'm
I
not
need to-
getting the power section soak that really makes.
So
that's
I need
what
to
I'm here
ask
for.
Ryan.
That's why I bought this big ass gear to sit here and play guitar in this shed. Was to get that soak, to get that punch in the back of the head.
I can't believe you're not sweating like a pig, man. It's hot.
So
It's the new fan, John. I tell you,
It's working good.
this little thing.
Trev, I wanted to ask you. I want to ask Trev. You've heard of Kill Switch Engage, right?
I love those guys. I absolutely love them.
Kill
End
Switch
of the
Engage
Heartache.
has a they have this awesome tone, and Adam D, which produces all the albums for Kill Switch, he said that he uses the original 5150 amp on all those albums.
The PV one.
And the PB 5150, not the 1, the 5150.
The original buzzsaw.
The original one. And because of Adam D from Killswitch, he said that he used the green channel, the rhythm channel, not the lead, not the red channel. He used the green channel. And I tried that one when I got my 6505 too. I went to the green channel and I put an overdrive in front of it, and I fell in love with it. I don't even play the red channel. I play the red channel on my head when I'm doing leads, but for rhythm and everything else, it made sense to me. I'm like, oh my goodness, these guys sound so heavy. Yeah, you can hear all the notes. You can hear all their, everything that you want to hear on your picking articulation. And so I wanted to ask Ryan, does he, on the 5153, does he use the blue channel more than the red channel?
Absolutely. You see the little blue light right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a happy place.
For as long as I've played,
channel. Scott Ian. What channel does Scott Ian use? He's an EVH.
Well, he uses the EL34 5153.
I would always use these. I would always use these amps as blue channel. Turn it down if I needed, something.
Right.
And then I would hit the red channel anytime I would go into a lead when I played live.
What I used to do, because I had one of the first block logos in Canada, the original, and I used to run it. I had the rhythm channel set up, like the blue channel set up for almost clean, but the red channel I had I had it down at like 2 or 3 gain, but it just kind of focused it. The way I liked it.
Edge of breakup kind of place?
A little more than that, because they're
past
just like
the edge of breakup, but just a foot in the water kind of
thing. Yeah. But it was a Band-Aid till I got back to EL34s, basically, for me. Or the Marshall circuit.
Mm-hmm.
What's he saying now?
There's.
I love Quentin's comment right there.
If I played John's rig, I'd hit one chord and just start crying.
Especially this one. So hang on. Let's turn all this shit off.
What chord
no. Let's turn all this shit off here. So there's no goop. There's nothing. That's it. So there's nothing there. That's just the amp.
There's supposed to be an Easter egg in this stealth head. Let me go put it on channel 1 and try something.
Yeah. Exciting.
I almost need some reverb now.
So that's channel 1, our green channel on the stealth, with everything turned all the way up. It's supposed to be very martially.
That's the. Is that the EL34 head?
That's the 6L6 head.
Right. You got to turn all the jap off, though.
Where's the fun in that?
Got to set the baseline, right?
It's too difficult for me to go back there and do all that. I don't have all that fancy foot switch and stuff. pretty articulate, I think.
It's good. Yeah. That's all I want.
Something about EL34 is just kind of, what the heck is that?
Wow, what is that? It's R2. It's got to be R2.
It's got to be R2.
Yeah.
Like the Matrix is about to fraction. There we go.
I mean, that sounds an awful, it's very close.
That's on 2?
Huh?
That's on 2?
That's on 4 now.
On 4.
Here's all the way up. That's the green channel with everything turned all the way up.
Right.
Bass, mid, treble, gain, everything.
Right. So you just did a right-hand sweep on it.
Yep. You do the old Marshall trick. You just turn everything up. Yep. Of course, the volume is still way down. But it's supposed to
So
make
what
it
I would
sound-
do is I would bring the gain down to about 3 and crank the master. Try that if you can. Not the volume, just match the volume. You know what I mean?
You don't understand how loud this thing gets very quickly.
We've been there. How far did you get? You got midway up the.
Mine gets pretty loud too. No, no. You can take the gain. You can take the gain and do this until it matches whatever your levels are right now.
I don't think that amp quite works that way.
Okay.
I mean, I can
That's
try.
me full up right now. That's in my ass end pickup. If I want to go up here. Yeah, he needs a power station, I guess. Yeah, a power station would. A power station would probably work.
That's the gain on, like, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock.
It's the tubes. It really is the tubes.
I know it's flipping loud in here.
Is it loud?
Yeah, I got to go back to this other thing. There we go.
That's with nothing. That's dry, dry as a popcorn
Dry as a
fart.
bone.
I don't know that part.
That was the lesson part of the
That was it. It's
that
over.
riff that we were playing. Yeah.
For now, stick around. There's lots of cookies to go around.
But see, a lot of this, like you were saying earlier, it all comes back around to what sounds good to you.
Yeah.
You know, my tone
According
is
to
probably, I mean, mine is similar, you know,
Yep.
to what you might hear. But then you listen to the actual song and you're like, that's not quite the same. But, you know, when I'm playing, this is what I like to hear. And
It's
it sounds-
lovely.
it
It's
sounds good to
fantastic,
me.
Ryan. Everything you know, your tone is killer. Absolutely killer.
Killer.
I'm just, if I could have a plexi on 10, that's me, right? That's what I would like,
Yep.
which is completely different from what that is, right?
Now,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
would that be like a Jose plexi?
No
Be the
diode
standard stock
clipping, just
issue, straight up Marshall plexi?
yep. And with the Variac, I guess. Maybe an SL68 or 67, whatever the 100-watt deal is.
Like this. Quentin says, Jay Hannon said, my tone hurts his ears. Kind of hurt my feelings. So basically, Jay sent your tone back to you.
I think that's just his way of crying out for some bacon. No! Send him some bacon, he'll be fine.
Somebody
Right on.
asked for that.
Bent Tom says, once I heard the amount of gain on the FUCK album, I was like, nope. Way
Yeah,
too
that
much
was
gain.
that was a lot.
But see, I was like, when I heard that, I was like, yep. So that's what I like, you know? Not that much delay, though. I love all the gain.
Hey, it's a J, a 7 over 8. What's happening?
His ears must have been burning.
Yep. Welcome in, Jay.
So what's going on, Jay? That's right, man. What's going on, Jay?
Says my ears were ringing from Quentin James's tone.
So he stands by his call.
Right? What was that riff I was working on? Now, if I screw this up, don't get mad at me. I'm still working on this. yourself a round of applause on that one.
Yeah, man.
What do we got going on in the chats?
Well, I was thinking maybe we should revisit the question since Kurt and Jay and those fellas are in the chat. It bounced that little theme we had going on earlier. Where are you getting your new music from? Do you listen to much new music? How much of your time do you actually spend listening to music? Musical influences, cutting edge, stuck back in time, and good old-fashioned rock and roll. What do you like?
Yeah, I was mentioning for those that are just joining in that I just realized that I wasn't buying any new music. I wasn't consuming new music, and for the most part, really wasn't listening to a bunch of music at all. What was the
last CD you bought?
The Van Halen,
most recent Van
Different
Halen.
Kind of Truth. Yeah. So, is that a fact of just getting older, or is it the fact of different music delivery, or I don't know.
Well, and then I had mentioned the last CD I bought was this Matchy, and it's been in the CD player of my van for probably 18 months.
That's just because he's forgotten it's in there.
I put it on the other day. I mean, it gets regular rotation. The kid the other day is like, "Oh, this radio station sucks. Do you got?" I got a USB stick full of Judas Priest, and I mean, she didn't want none of that. I'm like, "Yeah, I got this CD going here. Check this out." She didn't turn it off. She dug it.
Yeah.
Right. So Kurt, 5150. His answer is pretty similar to what ours was. I listen to stuff from late 70s to 2000s. Most new music is hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah. I can really behind Gojira.
But Kurt,
God's still cutting on the edge pretty well.
Kurt, tell us, how often do you actually listen to music? Is it just when you jump in your car, or is that when you're at work?
When he's driving around, he's in the chat room talking while he's driving. I mean,
right? So
I find that the new music that I like is the heavier stuff.
Hmm.
Right.
Or completely different, like the 1975s or something.
What about
like
Polyphia? That Tim Henson.
No. It's
I
great.
mean, you can listen to it once and you respect it for what it is, and wow, that's really cool. But it doesn't.
It's like listening to Yngwie,
Tobin,
or whatever his name is.
Tobin Abasi.
And see, like Yngwie, I only listen to all the old stuff.
At a seminar, it's like you're at school or something, right?
It was funny. Tommy was saying that he would like to hear the FUCK album with the old tones, right? But I mean, it says, well, it's got the Jap on it. But here, let me turn that off for a second.
Turn your vocal mic off too.
Yeah. But so it's just got delay on it, right? And this is my gain's on 6. It's not very much, but it doesn't. I don't think it translates very well, and I could be wrong. But here we go.
Lay it down.
Never mind, that actually sounds pretty good to me. Without all the gain on it.
Does your volume have to be way cranked?
That's just my regular. That's just my regular. There's nothing else on it, just a delay.
Yep. It's all in what you like. I said. See, to me, that just sounds more right.
No, I think you're right. Quentin was asking. I use a 1mm pick, and I'm pretty aggressive with my fucking hell. Sorry.
There goes the ad for
I hit it. I hit it hard. Q.
One more from
No, and to me that sounds great, Ryan. But there's the bottom end is just bleh, to me.
Well,
it doesn't have any of that.
You likely have your amp turned up louder than I do. Mine, it's like bedroom.
Mine's
volume.
on 1.5.
Mine's on 1.5 gigawatts.
I guess the whole point is, though, because I don't want this to turn into Ryan versus John or any stupid nonsense like that. Mm-mm. I love Ryan's tone.
Because if it did, I mean, I could take care of that just real quick. I mean, there we go. So, anyway.
Kurt, I would say, I would agree with you, but adjust those ages to, in my experience, 6 to 26. I mean, the mid-20s,
yeah.
In my mid-20s, Pantera was giving her, and it was such a glorious time back in the early 90s.
I think mine even went up to like my 30s, because I got into Muse whenever they came out, and
right.
You know, I'm born
I was 30
in
in
72.
1999.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Y2K, 30, yeah, it's still a couple years before the kid's coming. Give her, and I did.
Oh, wow. This thing got knocked way out.
Oh, it did, eh? Is that your purple?
No, this is the
Relic.
Oh, right.
Just
So
a little adjustment on the D-tuner here.
I don't know if can I talk for a minute about my guitar here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Are you requesting isolation?
Sure. Okay. So what ended up happening with this, I bought this guitar. This is a 2017 guitar. So this is first run Pete Thorne signature guitar. And I bought it, 6 months ago, Trev? Was that when I bought it? Something like that?
Yeah, around Easter time, right?
Yeah. And I, first thing I did was I took it to my tech, who's good, and, set it up and all the rest of it.
He's got a guy.
He's got a guy, yeah. And it was just epic, right? After about 2 months, right around between here and here, it started fretting out. So I took it back to my tech, and he said, he adjusted things and all the rest of it. And he said, no, you got a little bit of a
Can't fix it.
hump right in here in your neck.
Can we give a quick shout to Guitar Man 45? I don't know. We said hello to Bo. Welcome in, Bo.
I'm going to say hello to Bo now.
So I reached out to customer service at Shure, and I told them exactly what was going on, and they made me do some tests about, holding strings here, and then fretting over here and all the rest of it. And I did that over, 2 or 3 emails, and they said, nope, there's something wrong with it. Send it back to us. So they sent me a prepaid shipping.
Packaging.
Yeah.
A box prepaid to send back. So they took the money to send you the box to send them the guitar.
Exactly. Right? So I sent it back. They got it in their hands. They put it on the whatever it is they do. And they said, yep, no, you're right. There's something screwy here.
I think their plec machine's called John. I don't know.
I don't know.
John Third, man, right?
And they said, we're going to try and work the neck. If not, we'll replace the neck. Mm-hmm. And this guitar originally came with medium frets, which I'm not a big fan of.
Barely live with.
Jumbo.
That's right. So I said, and the current spec of this guitar has jumbo frets. So I said, okay, whatever you do, throw jumbo frets in it, and I'll pay whatever it costs to do that. So it took a couple of weeks, and I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think they replaced the whole neck. is what they did with jumbo frets and all the rest of it. Sent it back, and it's epic. Absolutely epic. Didn't cost me a damn thing. And 7-year-old guitar. I don't know what else to say.
As good as new or better, right?
Well, it's the guitar I always wanted, right?
Yeah.
So big shout out for the Sur Guitar Company.
100%, right? I actually had an order in for a Tom Anderson guitar. I spec'd out a unit that was the HSS. Kind of looks similar to this.
What's up, Cecil?
I canceled it right away, and I'm gonna be getting the other Pete with the HSS.
Now, would you put Sur, Tom Anderson? Would you put Ernie Ball in that top 3 list?
Not even not even close.
Really?
And I had a Axis first year after Eddie left. Great guitar. One of the best I've ever had. This is probably 3 times above any guitar I've ever played in my life.
What's the radius in it?
10 to... the radius?
Yeah, like...
10 to 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I noticed there was an Ernie Ball that I'm looking at. There's a new 2023 purple translucent. But it's the thing that's stopping me is the 10-inch radius. I'm used to like a 12, like Gibson Les Paul, to 16, which is like flat, to my Jacksons, my Charbels.
So Jimmy's... Yeah. No.
So I'm just curious, like what that one was.
Jimmy's asking if it was the Tom Anderson was an Angel. No, I don't do 24 frets, so it was their drop top. It was basically this guitar, their version of it, with HSS, right? And it was beautifully spec. It was spec completely the way I wanted it, and I've played 2 of them, 2 of the Tom Anderson guitars, and I can't say anything bad about them. But because of the way that Sir has serviced me, I won't buy anything else. So I've got this. I'm going to get the other Pete Thorne, the HSS, and then I'm going to get a Strat, and I'm going to get a Telly, all from them. It's done. So
right on.
If anybody has any doubts about customer service or these guitars, don't. I mean, they cost a lot of money. They do. But there's a reason why, right? The way they stand behind the product.
It's almost like you've got a lifetime contracts kind of thing. Well, maybe not lifetime, but a very extended customer service program going.
Yeah. And a week later, I've got an email in my inbox from their customer service. How do you like the action? And it came. Sorry, guys. It came from California to Vancouver. It was in tune when it came out of the box. Completely in tune. And set up better than it's ever been set up.
So your guy hasn't seen that guitar since it's come back?
No. Yeah.
So you don't feel the need to go over there and just show it to him and say, "Hey, look what they did for me, man," just so he knows too.
I don't have the time for that nonsense.
Well, gentlemen,
so anyway, sorry
I have
guys,
to step away for just a moment, so you guys carry on.
Go deal with
I'll
it.
be back.
I heard the thing.
Okay.
Yep.
John, Sir, service, John.
Play?
Absolutely. Are you there, R2? R2, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Let's do it, man.
I think he wants to dance.
Oh, let me go grab the appropriate guitar. Hold on one second.
was a lot of fun.
That was cool, dude.
That was nice. I enjoyed
Just
that.
want to say it ended on R2. As usual.
Love it. I had to go run and get the guitar. I had it tuned to E.
Tuned to E, eh?
Because I have it on E flat on the other Wolfgang.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see what else we got here.
Let's put that back there.
I wonder. I really wonder. You know what? Let's try it and see what happens here. Ryan might get pissed at me, but whatever.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, you've already killed the ads with your cursing, so why not just play some copyright stuff?
Might as well.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Who knows? Who knows? That was fun. So
we
what's
had a
been
good
going
rip.
on?
We had a good rip while you were gone.
Yeah?
Yeah, we did the
Like
Zappa
a-
thing.
Like that kind of rip, or
Do you want to jam, man?
yeah, we can do whatever.
All right.
I'm
Here,
down.
You want to do it? Do you want to? Let's get caught up at. Let's get caught up in the chat, and then we'll do a Zappa jam. Yeah.
I got to remember what key that's in.
Ooh, the Zappa.
D
I'll
D
do
minor.
sacrifice.
Where is that?
Let me hit the bathroom.
So catching up in the chat.
Yeah, you do that. I got a pee too.
How far back?
Steady Coors beers since 10 a.m. So
Steve Franklin says, "Don't worry about playing fast. You sound great, John." I don't know what that was. Who makes more money, David Gilmour or Yngwie? I would have to say. I'd have to say Gilmour.
I
Yeah,
don't think there
for
would be
sure.
much of a struggle
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
Simply just because of the time playing and the massive difference in audience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even I don't have Yngwie in my music folder, nor is it in regular rotation.
Nor will it ever be in mine. Just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Salaries in creative fields are often not fair. Salaries in a lot of fields are often not fair.
These days, more so. Yeah.
Scott says he'll pay Kurt not to play.
I
Kirk.
think you could afford it. Versus the people that are going to pay him to play.
Right?
Say what you will.
What's going on, Rob?
I know I saw him earlier. Did he just get back?
He may
Welcome
have just
back.
gotten back. Yeah. Ben Tom is sad. Oh.
Oh, cheer up, Tommy. You need a hug, bro?
Dan Gorman says, "Awesome fellas." I guess maybe that was on the run you did before.
Yeah. I mean, they went for a couple laps.
Joe's
they were
enjoying
long
the
laps.
hang.
They were,
Right on.
You know, 1K. They weren't 400 meter.
Felt bad for Kirk in the studio when James was like, "Dude, you're playing it wrong." There was a clip that I saw where he was sitting and he was trying to show him a riff, and he was like, "It's like this." And then Kurt sat there and he was just like, "I just can't get it. I can't get it. I can't get the feel. I can't get the swing of it." I don't know if anybody else has seen that, but
No.
obviously he finally got it.
I just want everybody to know, after all the praise of that guitar, his number one and his only baby, he just wedges it in the cushion
Yeah,
of the couch
just
and
sticks it
takes
there
off
on the couch.
over water
Yep.
rock. He doesn't put it in the $100 Hercules stand he got going on. Or
It's a tool.
wedge that thing.
It's just a tool.
You calling John a tool?
Tom says that's the clip.
Put my head. Listen to him. He's just a tool. It's a tool.
It.
Get your pronouns right.
Whoa, sounds like Guitar Center in here now.
Yeah, right?
Or what?
Now we're cooking. And there's probably going to be some... Remember, Zappa. Zappa, not Zappa. That's where we're going.
I'm like, did I hit that button by
You don't
mistake?
remember that?
Zappa inspired. I don't remember what key it is.
All right,
It'll
we
come
lost
back
about
to just
50,000
like,
people, but
So
that's all right.
I guess we'll let John
Watch
lead.
the replay.
No,
John
we're
lead,
all
and then
good.
you
We
guys
got
just follow
38
the
people running here. Are you ready?
Sure.
What are
So
we
you
playing?
go-
I don't even know what we're playing. I'm like,
It's D minor. Come on. It's easy as shit.
You'll remember. It'll all come
Ryan.
right
D. Alfredo?
Ryan,
Yes, sir.
you're first up, yeah?
Oh, okay.
Or I can go if you want.
Travis
I'm all
pointing at you like,
You're the one who knows it. You're calling it. It's your
I
party.
got to hear you guys play it, and then I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
That's part
absorb
of the
it.
randomness
Okay,
to see
I
if
can-
R2
I can-
still
I can-
comes up last. Just
Yeah, I can do it. That's fine.
We're not live, right? So anything goes.
We're not live.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
Doesn't matter.
All right. I
This
feel
is
better. When you guys
this
tell
is
me we're not
our,
live, we're good.
This is our regular Friday night. Just go.
Backstage hang. All right.
R2 still got the bum spot.
Every time.
I love it. I love it.
Kind of funny.
Right on, guys. That sounded good. That's what everybody in the chat's going. What was all that? Do. Well, are we about topic out?
That's a good one.
Topic.
I don't see how y'all think that's too much game.
Never too much game.
Okay. So listen to that.
It's making Brown's ears bleed.
Does that not sound way better than the fuzzy buzzsaw bullshit?
Okay,
No?
so there we go. Now he's got it. Doesn't that sound better?
That sounds better than what I can produce with my normal tone. I'll give you that.
Gain is good, bro. Gain is good. Dallas, Texas.
See, it just growls. It just growls. You can't get that growl out of the game. That growl, that Kerrang.
Sounds
good.
Leg woman
Yeah,
ain't
no,
got
no,
no
it sounds
shame.
sounds great. Yep,
Sounds good to me.
it does sound good.
Well, boys, I'm about showed out for tonight. You guys
That's it,
want
you've
to
had
keep going?
enough?
Sure, can't get you,
Yeah,
You guys,
see you later.
You guys can keep carrying on.
Yeah,
I'll be out of
see
here.
you later.
All right. John's ready to keep on going, man.
It's ready to roll. I gotta eat some food.
Got
Hungry.
some work stuff that I got to take care of, and
Oh,
wife is
right.
home, some
Yeah,
dinner
yeah.
and all that stuff. So I will be out of here. You guys hang around if you want.
No, we're done. We're done.
Good.
We should be. Should be.
It was a Sunday
group.
fun day.
Draw the line, same place in the sand every week, and that way
Right.
things become
Yeah.
habitual.
Yep. Yeah. Get everybody used to it, you know. Can't be doing those 6-hour
Muscle memory.
marathons like
Muscle
Fruitcake Tony
memory,
did.
right? This muscle,
So-
click.
Thank all you guys for hanging
Although-
out. Yeah.
Although Tony did pull it off, it was a good show.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Did he really go another 3 hours after the
No,
unboxing?
no,
Nah,
he was.
We extended it a little bit, not too long.
Right.
Yeah, he made it to 3.
He made it worthwhile. Made it worth it.
Yeah, he made it to 3 hours.
Right. Well, right on, boys. Appreciate you guys hanging out. R2, Trev,
Thank
Mr.
you, bro.
John, everybody in the chat.
That was fun.
Cake Tony, Hit Metalworks, Charles 75N, Cecil, Cushman, Bryce, Guitar Man 45, Rob Blackmore, Dan Gorman, Ferd Burfel. That's who I see there at the end. So. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll do this again Thursday, right? Transtrim Thursday.
There we go.
Absolutely.
All right.
The same but different.
Absolutely the same but different for sure. Always live without a net though. We'll see everybody next time. And until then,
See you guys.